Sun. The Quiet Between Stars. First-person log. I used to love the silence of deep space, out here on the research vessel. Asterion. The silence felt pure. No communication chatter, no engine hum, nothing but the soft pulse of the life support, circulating breathable air. On the 143rd day of our mission at the edge of the Perseus Rift, that silence changed. At 2:17 ship time, every sensor on the Asterion screamed at once. My tablet flashed white before dying, and the corridor lights dimmed, not flickering, but surrendering, like they were being smothered. That was when I heard the tapping. A soft, patient rapping on the hull. 3 taps. Pause. 3 more. At first I thought it was stress fractures, or maybe fatigue-induced hallucinations, but I kept hearing it, and it kept getting closer. You don't hear anything in a vacuum. I knew that. I knew it so well I felt my sanity tilt when the tapping followed me down the corridor. We rotated the ship to face the anomaly. I stood behind the captain on the bridge as the forward cameras updated. Nothing. Just an expanse of darkness, thick enough that it felt textured, like it had weight. Then the tapping stopped. All at once the stars went out, not dimmed, not obscured by dust. Gone. The viewport showed only black, impossibly black, a presence rather than an absence. My stomach twisted as shapes emerged in that darkness, shapes the mind wasn't built to understand, angles that folded in on themselves, lines that curved where no curve existed. The others began reporting whispers on the comms. At first I thought it was radio feedback. Then I recognized the voice. It was my own. My thoughts echoed back to me with a half-second delay. I traced the signal, desperate for a logical explanation. There wasn't one. The source wasn't mechanical. It wasn't even external. It was inside our minds. As we drifted in that impossible darkness, the mirrors on the ship began acting strangely. I caught my reflection in the medbay glass, just for a moment, and it didn't move when I did. I froze. Slowly, my reflection smiled. I did not. I backed away so fast I slammed into the wall. My reflection pressed a hand to the other side of the glass, its fingers leaving fogged prints, as if it were breathing. We initiated the emergency jump, but the engines refused to ignite. Systems were fine. Nothing was wrong. Nothing except reality itself. I ran to the bridge. The viewport glass was spider-webbing. Something on the other side was pushing. I should have looked away. I know that now. I looked. My reflection, no, the thing wearing my face, greeted me with a slow, knowing grin. It pressed its forehead to the fractured glass and mouthed something I couldn't hear, but I felt it. Let me in. The last thing I remember was the glass giving way, a soft hiss as the void reached for me, and the cold realization that whatever was outside wasn't killing us. It was replacing us. If anyone finds this log, if you see your reflection act on its own, do not look back.